somewhere over the Pacific, 30,000 feet up, with 0 bars and 0 Wi-Fi, an iPhone 14 can still tell Apple exactly where it is. Not through a cell tower. Not through Wi-Fi. Through a satellite passing silently overhead that most owners never knew their phone could talk to, because nobody reads the setup screen that quietly turns the feature on by default the first time you update. In November 2022, Apple switched on emergency SOS via satellite for the iPhone 14 lineup. By late 2023, it quietly expanded into Find My via satellite on the iPhone 14 and 15, letting a phone ping its exact coordinates through space even when nobody dialed for help. To make that work, Apple struck a deal with a satellite company most people have never heard of, Globalstar, reportedly dedicating up to 85% of that company's entire network capacity to iPhone traffic alone, and spending more than $1 billion building new ground stations in places like Nevada and Texas just to catch the signal. Point the phone at open sky, follow the on-screen arrow for a few minutes, and a compressed burst of your coordinates leaves your hand and lands on a satellite roughly 700 miles up, then bounces down to a ground station that logs the timestamp, the coordinates, and the device ID, all before the message ever reaches a first responder. We post 3 of these every day, one hidden feature at a time from the exact device already sitting in your pocket, so subscribe now to catch the next one before it scrolls past you in the feed. Here's the part almost nobody reads past the setup screen for. Once satellite location sharing starts during an SOS session, there is no single master switch that shuts the whole thing off. It keeps updating your position automatically every few minutes, visible to every contact added to that emergency thread, for up to 24 hours after the emergency technically ends. You can back out of the feature in the moment, but the location pings already sent have already left the device, already logged through Globalstar's ground stations, already routed through Apple's own relay servers. Comment below if that trade, off-grid safety for off-grid privacy, sits right with you, because most iPhone 14 and 15 owners never agreed to any of it. They just tapped install on an iOS update and the toggle was already on, buried 3 menus deep under settings, messages, and a switch most people have never opened. So the phone marketed as the one that finally reaches you when nothing else can is also the one broadcasting your coordinates through a satellite network you can't see, can't inspect, and once it starts, can't fully switch off. Somewhere over that same stretch of Pacific right now, $1 billion satellite deal is quietly doing exactly what it was built to do. Hit the bell so this lands in your feed tomorrow, because the next secret is about the app on that same phone that promises it deletes your data and never actually does.